Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video about the Bolster Forge Pass Season 7. As you can see, I have finally completed the premium version of the Bolster Forge Pass. So what I'm going to do is take a look back at some of my pre-Forge Pass analysis, and we'll see where I was right, where I was wrong, what we learned along this process. And then I will also be laying out some of the best artifacts that I got. I charted it all on a spreadsheet while I was crafting every single piece of Bolster, so I will give you all of the information. That way, hopefully we've learned more when it comes to the next season of a Forge Pass, and we can be better equipped with what exactly to expect and what value we are getting and all of that. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, I want to take a look at what our analysis was before the Forge Pass. This is on the website. I will link to it down below if you want to pull this up and have this laid out on your end. But I think the most important thing that was in this before the Forge Pass was completing the premium version of the Bolster Forge Pass and using all the charms for best odds. You should expect to acquire about 7 to 15 really solid Bolster pieces depending on your luck. So I did actually chart this, and we'll be able to show that in a little bit and talk about if I actually hit that 7 to 15 window and what that meant. But also, really quickly, I want to touch on the Forge Pass itself. So in game, as far as actually finishing the Forge Pass, I know I'm at a more end game stage, and I play the game pretty actively. But it really, for me personally, it wasn't hard at all to complete the Forge Pass. I just kind of made sure I was active every day, doing my normal daily stuff, and there would be random stuff you have to do, like clear clear the campaign with all 4 of your slots being a champion of the same faction, just kind of weird stuff like that. But all in all, it wasn't too hard in terms of actual gameplay required if you're at least like into the mid game and stuff like that, and you have some different stuff at your disposal. So there really wasn't any sort of challenge as far as that was concerned, just diligently playing the game and making sure to kind of check these different weekly things. One thing that is super cool that some people don't know about is on these weekly challenges, you can actually do ones from a previous week. So you can see that right now it finishes in 3 days, and I haven't finished the week 3 yet. I can go back here and do these, which is the one I was talking about that I never bothered doing because I finished it. But win 50 campaign battles using 4 champions of the same faction. So you'd have to put your whatever faction your food farmer is, you'd have to get 3 food champions that you're leveling in that same faction. So just weird stuff like that. But all in all, it wasn't too bad to get it finished, and you don't have to do like every single little thing to complete it at least. So then, after I finished the Forge Pass and did all of the crafting and live on stream, hanging out, I ended up with basically all of this Bolster gear. I didn't really have much sitting in my inventory before the Forge Pass and before the massive crafting session. So I did end up with a decent amount of pieces, but most of them are pretty meh. Most of them are like, for me and where I'm at on the stage of my account, they're mostly just kind of like filler pieces. Might be fun for like a secret room or something to get some shields if you're trying to clear like a rare champion or some sort of secret room. But other than that, not really going to get used a whole lot on most of them, but there are some noteworthy pieces, and that's what I want to pull up right now, is go over the whole crafting session and all of the stats in relation to that. And you know what that means. We're pulling up a spreadsheet and an infographic. That's just what we do around here. So, okay, we got the Bolster Pass post analysis. And then up top, this was what the crafting session was like. Something a little bit interesting is that the biggest column was the 6-star epics. That was the most common thing. Now, worth noting, I used a ton of charms to do this. So I feel like overall I got bad luck because I probably used like 450 charms between like rank and rarity and speed substat and crit rate substat and HP substat and stuff. Probably like 450 or so charms. So I do feel like I ended up having a little bit of bad RNG because we crafted 76 pieces worth rolling and only 9 that were like instantly like, boom, yes, I'm going to be keeping that one. That one is really good. So it seems like to me the charms are just not impactful enough. Like I feel like you know I did, I mean, 200 something crafts here between all of these different between all, if you add all of these up, it comes up to like 210 or something. So I feel like I should have gotten more than 9 just instantly that, you know, are good pieces, especially if I'm using rank and rarity charms in every single one, spending 450 charms. It seems like I had really bad luck, but the nice thing about doing it like this is that the next time they have Forge Pass Season 8, if I buy the premium, if it's worth it or not, I will be able to cross-reference and compare and add a new tab to here and see how it compared to the previous time that we did the Forge Pass for Bolster. But yeah, this was some of the highlights after I rolled everything. So of these 76 that were decent, after I rolled them, I probably sold like half of them. You know, you like just those random ones. You got to make sure they don't roll like triple speed or something. So you have to roll a bunch of them, and then you end up selling like half of them. So I probably whittled it down to like maybe 50 pieces total that I ended up keeping from the Forge Pass. But like I said, you know, 35, 40 of those are just filler pieces, and there's really only about 10 to 15 that are like really good for my account, and some of the highlights are the ones that you see right here. So like we got this weapon that rolled triple speed. That was the only triple speed that I got. I got some double speeds, like this weapon over here is pretty solid. That's pretty amazing. You got resistance, double speed, and the HP. Great for a bolster set. Triple speed on this weapon as well. But how many is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces. So really only 11 highlight type pieces added to my account, with spending $20 for the premium version, and then also spending like 450 charms. And this is kind of like the highlights of it. So I feel like it was a little bit bad for me. Let me know if it went better for you, and I will definitely try to do my best to chronicle this as we go so we can learn if this was bad luck and all that. But I can't be spending 450 charms every time. You know, I did it because the bolster set is kind of one of those like top 10 sets, and I like the tanky type teams, so I did want some good gear, but I probably won't be spending that many charms again unless it's like a lethal set or something. But then looking back on it, like, you know, if these 11 pieces were in a pack, like let's say these 11 pieces were in a gear pack for $20 or whatever the premium pass is, would that be worth it? I mean, technically, probably, you know, I mean, we see them sell like, you know, 6 pieces of gear for 40 bucks or whatever, depending on the set. But, so I guess technically in hindsight, it was worth it compared to what we typically see in game, but it doesn't feel like it was. Like for some reason, I feel like it was, like it was a bad taste in my mouth. Like it just didn't go very well, just because I spent so many charms and put so much effort into it, to kind of only walk away with these pieces that I'm happy about. But you do get some other stuff as well on the Forge Pass, some bonus resources and stuff. So all in all, I'm pretty meh about how the Forge Pass turned out for me. And like I said, we'll have to continue to compare to future Forge Passes and see if this ended up being good or bad and all of that. So let me know your thoughts down below, and if you've done your crafting yet and how it went for you. Did you get better luck than me? I got about 11 noteworthy pieces. Did you get like 20? Did you get 25? Or did you get like 4? It'd be really fun to be able to cross-reference and see how this is going for different people, and I will obviously cover all of the future ones here on the channel as well. So that'll do it for me on this one. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I appreciate all of you. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.